Welcome guys, today is Wednesday, December 10th, and we're here for Yoga Express. So that means we'll spend about 45 minutes together, setting the tone for the day, focusing on connecting breath with movement, and just really noticing how breath can really help us calm the body and quiet the mind. So we're going to start with some relaxation. Let's go down on our backs. I want you to close your eyes and begin to breathe deeply in through the nose and out through the nose. Now if you have a stuffy nose and you can't do all nostril breathing, that's okay. Just focus on nice full breath. So as we inhale, we feel the expansion of our belly, back, and rib cage. And as we exhale, we feel that same area of the body contract and empty. While we're breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, let's bring some awareness to our arms. Breathe from our shoulders to our fingertips. Bring awareness to our face. Relax our eyes, relax our forehead, relax our jaw. Breathe away any tension in the neck. Breath traveling down the length of your spine, weaving itself in between each and every segment of that spine, creating space, breathing weight tightness. Let your awareness and your breath move into your hips and your pelvis. And then feel your breath traveling down the legs and out through the tips of your toes. While here, let's wiggle all of our fingers and all of our toes. And then just let everything go soft. Now let's inhale, float the arms skyward. Exhale, let them float down behind you on the mat. Once they make it there, stretch as long and straight as you can. Push out through your heels. Reach out through those fingertips. And then feel your body go oh so soft. From there, start to pull the left knee in. Let's use our hands to bring it all the way up to your chest. Flex and point your foot. Draw a nice slow circle around with your ankle. And reverse. Allow your foot to rest. And then we're going to circle that whole leg. So I want to feel this in the hip, waking it up, and then let's reverse. And then just keep the knee nice and close. From there, we'll switch opposite knee to chest, give it a close hug, flex and point. Roll the ankle around, and reverse. And then let your foot rest, and let's circle the knee. And reverse. And then just keep the knee hugged in nice and close. Now let's bring the opposite knee in as well. So we're going to give the knees a hug with both arms. Feel the shoulders stay relaxed on your mat. And let's rock a few times side to side. Massaging either side of our spine. And then stay center and let's circle both knees around. So feel that massage now moving into your lower back. And then let's reverse. And then just hug the knee in again, nice and close to the body. From there, let's rest our feet on the mat. Space your feet apart, about hips distant, toes and heels out. Arms at our sides, palms facing up. I want you to start to pull down on your belly button as you're doing that. Use the power of your belly to start lifting your spine off the mat, one vertebra at a time. So we end up in a shoulder bridge without feeling any pressure in the neck, no discomfort in the knees, but lots of activation in the gluteals and hamstrings. And then exhale, come back down. Try again, tighten the belly and slowly peel out. Lifting those hips up nice and high, holding onto our bridge. And exhale back down. Let's try doing that one more time, tightening the belly and we're slowly peeling up. Good, and then again, equally as slowly, make your way back down. Once all the way back down, knees return to the chest for another hug. Couple more side to side rocks. And a couple knee circles round and round. And then let's reverse. Good, now let's rest the feet back on the mat. Open your arms wide to the side, and we're going to drop both knees as far to the left as we can without lifting right shoulder, and then just look to your right. Bring the knees back to neutral, and now they drop right and we look left. Come back up, try again, dropping our knees to the left, we look right. Back to neutral, and we drop the knees to the right and look left. And then back to that neutral place. Now let's stretch the left leg out straight, keep the right knee bent. And we're going to roll towards the left side and keep rolling until we end up on our belly. Now once we've made it onto the belly, I want you to try to stretch your left arm and your right leg a little bit further. And then add a little lift. Come down and we'll switch. Right arm, left leg, stretching and lifting. And lower down. Now this time let's try left arm and left leg, stretching, lifting. Lower down and switch. Right arm, right leg, stretching, lifting. And back down. Now arms and legs together, stretch, 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 and lift. And lower. Bring your hands closer to your shoulders with your elbows close to your body. Press through tops of feet and hip bones, pull out through top of head, and start to press away from the mat. Now push all the way back until your tailbone meets your heels. Let your chest drop through your knees, so separate those knees a bit, let your forehead come to the mat. Fingers reaching towards the front end of your mat with your palms facing up. Flip the hands over, nice wide spread fingers. Scoop the belly in and round the spine, coming up for cat. Sink your navel, lift your tailbone, lift your head, open your heart, cow. Exhale, round cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, round cat. And inhale, cow. Now just maintain neutral spine. Take a look at your hands. Make sure again their fingers are widespread and your hands should be turned in slightly. You want your shoulders over your wrist and you want to press through the second, third, and fourth knuckles on each hand. Now extend the right leg behind you, add the left arm forward, palm to the sky, spinal balance. Exhale, lower, let's switch. Exhale, lower, we'll switch again. Exhale, lower, switch once more, extend. And we're back to all fours. Once again, big toes closed, knees apart, push back, tailbone to heels, chest through the knees, forehead on the mat, palms to the sky. Flip the hands back over, foundation lands. This time we're going to tuck our toes under and start pushing our tailbone towards the sky. Want to get so that our head is dangling freely through the arms. Want to feel our bottom two ribs pulling closer and closer to our thighs. And the backs of our shoulder blades stretching towards the gluteals. While here, let's walk our dog a few times. Really good way to stretch the feet, the ankles, the calves, way up high to the hamstrings. And then let the heels drop down. And let's just nod the head yes. We'll shake it no. Let it hang out where it is. Now let's inhale and move ourselves into plank. Nice and strong and sturdy. Exhale, come back up into down dog. Inhale our plank. And exhale, down dog. Once again, inhale, plank. Now let's modify to the knees. And on the exhale, we're going to open the elbows, lower the chest first, then the hips. Now tuck the elbows in. Press through the tops of the feet and the hip bones. Pull out through the top of the head. Inhale, rise for cobra. Exhale, back into extended child's pose. Remember, palms to the sky and really stretch. Flip your hands back over, foundational hands, tuck toes. Come back up into downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. Modify if you'd like. Exhale, lowering elbows wide, chest down, hips down, elbows tuck in. Inhale, rise cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale again into our plank. Exhale as we lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's return to all fours. Separate the knees, big toes close, push back with your tailbone. Just between knees, forehead to mat, palms facing up, stretching towards the front end of your mat. Come back to foundational hand, scoop the belly and round the spine, come up for cat. Sink your navel, lift your tailbone, lift your head, open your heart cow. And then return to all fours. Now let's stretch the right leg behind us, again pushing out through the heel. And then take that right foot and step it forward between your hands. Once in place, want to make sure the right knee stays over the ankle. Press down through the top of your left foot. Now start lifting upper body. Stretch high and touch the sky. Crescent moon. Exhale, fold forward, hands on the mat. Now tuck left toes under so you can pick up your left knee. Runner's lunge, so we want a nice straight line from the heel of our left foot out to the top of our head. Let's step back with our right foot, return to plank. Press back up into down dog. And return to all fours. Sink the navel, lift the tailbone, lift the head, open the heart cow. Exhale, rounding again for cat. And then neutral spine. Now take the left leg behind, push out through the heel. We'll step left foot forward between hands. Again, check that left knee remains over ankle, press through top of right foot. Lift up upper body, crescent moon. Exhale, hands come down. Right toes tuck under, we pick up right knee this time. We've got our runner's lunge. Now let's step right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. We're going to inhale and roll up. Reach high and touch the sky. Exhale to our heart. Inhale to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Again, inhale to the sky. Now exhale, fold in half. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Inhale, roll up. Reach high, touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale to the sky. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Right foot back, left foot back, plank. Exhale, lowering. Inhale, lengthening, rising cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, our plank. Exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up, touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Again, inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Left foot back, right foot back, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale again to plank. And exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up. Touch the sky. Exhale to your heart. Again, inhale to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Right foot back, left foot back, plank. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale again to plank. And exhale, down dog. Now just step the right foot forward between the hands. And that brings us back into runner's lunge. From there, we're going to push the left heel down, turn the left toes out. Align your right heel with the back of your left heel. Start lifting upper body. Hip bones are going to stay forward when our shoulders squared out over those hips. Now add the arms, giving us warrior one. Centering our body weight equally into both feet. Exhale, fold forward. Return to that runner's lunge, and then let's step the left foot forward. So you've got toes close, heels apart. Inhale, rolling up. Reach high, touch the sky. Exhale, to heart. Again, inhale to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Left foot back, right foot back into plank. Exhale as we lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. Exhale, down dog. Left foot steps forward between the hands, returning us to runner's lunge. From there, let's push right heel down, turn right toes out. Align left heel with back of right heel, start lifting upper body. Again, hip bones forward, shoulders square over those hips. Add arms when ready. Warrior one. Exhale, fold forward. Return to runner's lunge, and we'll step right foot forward. Toes close, heels apart. Inhale, rolling up. Reach to the sky. Exhale to our heart. Again, inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Now let's step right foot back into runner's lunge. And let's remain in our lunge. From there, I want you to lift the upper body, and that becomes high lunge. And then see if you can add some arms to the sky, giving us crescent lunge. From there, let the arms open wide, stay nice and long in the waist. We're going to hinge forward so that our rib cage comes close to our front thigh. There's our airplane lunge. Let the hands release to the mat. And now let's proceed to walk ourselves around into a straddle. So we're going to face the wide edge of our mat. And again, I want you to turn your toes in slightly, heels out slightly, hands directly under our shoulders. Feel free to bend your knees as much as you need to here. When I inhale, look out. And then on the exhale, we're going to let that upper body just drop down and become very limp. From there, let's press down through the palms so we can push the arms straighter. And then just raise your heels. Just lift them up as high as you can. And then we'll press them back down again. Start to bend the left knee. Shift your weight to the left, but keep the right leg straight and your toes pointing straight ahead. So I want you to feel that stretch going up your inner thigh. And then straighten that left leg. And let's take the left hand, reach it across towards your right big toe. Inhale, right arm out to the side, and then as you exhale, let's revolve at the waist. And there's our twisting straddle. On the exhale, let the right arm lower to shoulder level. And then inhale the left arm out to shoulder level, and there's our straddle airplane. From there, we're going to inhale, slowly rise to standing. Palms open face to the sky, and that becomes 5-pointed star. Inhale, reach high to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, brush the earth, and then inhale, rise back up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rise. Now let's return to 5-pointed star. Rotate your palms to face forward and then start to bring your hands closer together. Once your palms have met, we're going to lace our fingers. And then push your palms out from the body. And feel that deep stretch going across that upper part of the back shoulders. Keep pressing through the palms, but start to lift the arms without feeling any tension in the neck. Just getting longer and longer out of our waist. And then let's reopen, and we're back into our star. From there, we're ready to turn our left toes to the front end of our mat. Align our left heel with our right arch. Keep your hip bones facing forward. And then when ready, bend that left knee. So we're looking out over our left hand. We've got warrior 2. Again, we're making sure that we're not pushing more weight into one foot than the other. We're staying very centered. Stretch that left arm a little further forward. Lift the left, lower the right. Push your left palm to the sky. And feel that stretch, starting at the left hip and going right out through your left palm. And return to warrior 2. Pulling left leg straight without locking. We're back to our starting position. From there, we're ready to begin our triangle. So no leaning forward or backwards. We can only go side to side. So we start by pulling that right hip to the right, and then we start reaching that left arm as far away from our right hip as we can go. Once we can't go any further in either direction, send the left hand low and the right hand high. Feel like you're pressing your right hip a little forward while pulling your right shoulder slightly back, and that's going to keep you in that nice straight alignment. Let's take one more inhale. On our exhale, start to rebend the left knee. And you can either put your left forearm on your left thigh or reach your left hand to the mat. And that takes us into extended angle pose. Exhale, upper body, we revolve and we return to the ball of our foot, so we're back in our lunge. From there, we'll send left foot back into plank. Exhale as we lower. Inhale, we lengthen, rise into cobra. Exhale, return, downward facing dog. Inhale again to plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward. Toes close, heels apart. Inhale, flat back, look out. Exhale, sink a little deeper. From there, let's start bending our knees and feel like you're trying to sit down in a little tiny chair. So you're lowering your hips, and as you're doing that, I want you to pull your knees closer together, allowing you to lift your ribs from your thighs and your arms along your ears, and that becomes our chair pose. And then let's inhale, rise high, touch the sky. Exhale to our heart. Inhale again to the sky. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Now left foot steps back into runner's lunge. Once you feel well established in your lunge, let's lift upper body. And that brings us into high lunge. And then we can add some arms to the sky for crescent lunge. Now let the arms open, stay nice and long in the waist. Let's hinge forward, bringing us into airplane lunge. And then let's release the hands to the mat. Once there, we're going to walk ourselves around into a wide straddle. So toes in, heels out, hands directly under shoulders, knees as soft as you need them to be. Big inhale to look out. And then exhale, we sink a little deeper. Letting that head drop, letting the upper body go completely limp. Press down through the palms once again, pushing the arms straight. And this time I want you to rock back onto your heels. Lift up all your toes and spread them as wide apart as you can. And then let your feet press back down. Each and every toe makes contact with the mat. Still pressing through the palms. Let's start to bend the right knee. So we're going to shift our weight to the right, keeping your left foot flat and toes point straight ahead. Feel that stretch in that inner left thigh. And then start to re-straighten the right leg, so we're back to center. And we'll take our right hand, reach it across towards our left big toe. And then inhale, left arm to the side. Let's exhale, revolve at our waist for twisting straddle. As we exhale, let's lower the left arm to shoulder level. Inhale, right arm out to shoulder level for straddle airplane. And then let's inhale and slowly rise to standing. Once we're upright, palms face the sky, and we made it into five-pointed star. Let's inhale to the sky, exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, brush the earth, and then inhale, grow into a sunflower. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sunflower. Once more, exhale, fold. And inhale, sunflower. Now let the arms reopen into five-pointed star. Again, rotate palms to face front. Let your palms meet. Lace those fingers. Push your palms away from the body. Keep pressing your palms, but raise the arms without tensing the shoulders, but feeling ourselves getting longer and taller out of the waist. Let's add a small back bend. And then inhale back to neutral. Exhale, five-pointed star. Now turn right toes to the front end of your mat. Align right heel with left arch. Keep hip bones and chest facing the side of your mat. And then bend that right knee. Find that place where you're nice and deep into your warrior two without pushing your knee past your toes. And keeping your body weight centered equally into both feet. And your torso nice and tall without leaning forward. Now I want you to stretch the right arm forward, lift the right, lower the left. Turn right palm to push to the sky. Breathing from that right hip all the way up the side of your body. Reverse warrior. And let's come back to warrior two. Now we're ready to pull right leg straight without locking, and we're right back where we started from, ready to move into our triangle. So no leaning forward, no leaning backwards. Start pulling your left hip to the left, and then start reaching that right arm away from your left hip. Once we can't go any farther in either direction, we can send that right hand low and left hand high. I want to press our left hip a little forward, roll left shoulder slightly back. Remember to breathe away any tension that you're trying to hold into your neck and your shoulders. Keep that area relaxed and just breathe into all the open space that we've created. Let's take one more inhale as we are. From there, let's exhale and start to bend the right knee. We can either place our right forearm on our thigh, or we could reach that right hand to the mat. We've got extended angle pose. exhale, let's revolve upper body. Return to the ball of your foot for runner's lunge. Send your right foot back into plank. Exhale, lower when ready. Elbows open, chest down, hips down. Elbows tuck in. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale, back up into down dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, let's look out. Exhale, let's sink a little deeper. And then from there, let's start bending our knees again like we want to sit in a little chair. And while you're doing that, pull your knees closer together so you can lift ribs from thighs and arms along ears. And we've returned to chair pose. Inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, arms open, palms face forward. Keep lifting the chest and opening the heart. And we've got standing mountain pose. Now from standing mountain pose, I want you to find a focal point for your eyes. Fixate on that spot. Begin to shift your weight into your right foot. Keep that navel pulling in so that we're staying nice and long and we're not sinking down into that standing leg. When ready, let's take the left ankle and just place it across the right thigh, and then let your hands come to your heart. Now let's start to bend the right knee, again like we're going to sit down in a chair. Let's take one more inhale. On the exhale, left foot comes back down. Let's rise back up, reach high to the sky. And exhale, return to standing mountain pose. So now we're ready to find that focal point once again. Begin to shift your weight into your left foot. Pull that navel in nice and tight to give you stability. Let your hands come to your heart. And then let's take right ankle and place it on the left thigh. And then we can bend that left knee. From there, let's set the right foot back down. Begin to straighten the legs. Reach high and touch the sky. Now as we exhale, let the arms open and we're going to bring them together behind our back. So whatever works for you to get your hands somehow connected. Once you've got them connected, we're going to pull the arms straighter and straighter and then downward. We're going to open the heart, open our throat, and breathe. Let's inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, begin to pull forward. Let's get our ribs to press on our thighs. Let our head drop, send the arms higher. And then as we exhale, we can release our hands and just let them float all the way down. Once there, we're going to step back with our right foot and our left foot. And that should bring us back into our plank. Now let's press up into down dog. Again, letting our head just dangle freely. Let's go ahead and nod the head yes. Let it shake no. Let it just hang out there and walk your dog a few times. And then again, press the heels down. And let's inhale to plank. Now once we've made it into plank, we're going to keep right shoulder over right wrist and turn to side plank. Feel free to modify to the side of your right knee. And then let's all take our left foot and simply step it in front of the right. I should say step it in front of the right leg, not just the foot. And then we're all going to bend the right knee and come onto the side of that right knee. And then I want you to set your hip down. Once you're down, let's take the left foot and just step it farther across. And you can pull that right heel in closer to your body. And then we're going to take the right hand, bring it closer to our tailbone. Now let's bring that upper left arm and kind of press it against the inner left thigh. Inhale, let's sit taller. Exhale as you draw the navel in. We're going to rotate a little bit farther to the right, so I want you to use your waistline and not just turn your head. And then from there, let's inhale, reach the left arm high. Exhale, let it float down. Once it's down, we can uncross that left leg. Let's keep the right knee bent and stretch the left leg out straight. Take the bottom of your right foot and simply rest it against your left inner thigh. And then reach your left hand towards your left ankle and side bend. And then let's come up. And try again, side bend. And lift up. One more time, let's side bend. Now sweep forward, reach out to the side, come all the way up. And let that arm float down. Once that's done, let's bend the knee and come right back around onto all fours. Let's sink our navel, lift our tailbone, lift our head, open our heart cow. And then exhale, round for cat. Come back to neutral spine and tuck the toes. Let's go back up into down dog. A few more walks of our dog. Letting the heels drop, a few more nods of our head, yes, and then no. Then we'll hang out, and then let's make our way into our plank. So this time we've got left shoulder over left wrist, turning to the side. Modify to the side of your left knee if you'd like. And then let's take that right foot and just step it so it crosses in front of your left leg. And then we're all going to start to bend the left knee. So we've got the side of the left knee down. We'll bring the left hip down. Once we're all the way down, you can just make sure the right foot is stepped a little bit further in front of that bent left knee. Pull that left heel in closer to your butt. Walk your left hand a little further back, closer to your tailbone. And then we'll take that right upper arm and set it inside the right thigh. Inhale taller. Exhale as you're tightening the belly. We're rotating at the waist so we can look farther over our left shoulder. Inhale, right arm high. Exhale, let it float down. And then from there, let's stretch the right leg straight. Keeping the left knee bent, we'll place the bottom of our left foot close to that right inner thigh. And then side bend to your right. And come on up. Again, let's side bend. And lift. Side bend. Sweep forward, reach out. Come up and over. And release. Good. Once we're all the way up, let's stretch out both legs nice and straight. Press your palms down on either side of your hips. So really press down like you're trying to push yourself off the mat, and then push out through your feet. Feel like the top of your head is being pulled to the sky. And then as we exhale, let's soften a little bit. Let our fingers walk forward. And I want you to think about pulling your belly button down before anything else. And then the last thing to go down is going to be your head. And then we can slowly come back up. Now once we're up, let's bend the knees. Soles of the feet come together. Can rest your feet in the palms of your hands. And to start, I want you to keep your heels a bit away from your body, but still press your knees open wide. Still stay nice and long in the spine. And then try to hinge forward a little bit. When we do this, we should feel some major resistance in those outer hips. And then we can ease up a bit And now I want you to inch your heels closer to your body. Still keeping the knees nice and wide and still sitting nice and tall and straight. Good. Exhale, let's soften. From there, we'll stretch our right leg out straight and then our left leg out straight and wide. Pushing out through the heels of your feet. Let your hands rest between your legs, and then we're going to start to, again, inch forward. Belly button to the mat. That's the goal. If you can get your belly button down, your head's going to follow, and we want to make sure we're keeping the spine nice and long and really breathing into those inner thighs, hamstrings, outer hips. And then let's walk the hands back in. Once we've made it upright once again, we'll bring our legs back together. And then let's bend our knees and put our hands behind our thighs. So I want you to feel like you're pulling your shoulders away from your ears, holding your head up high, engaging that belly nice and tight so that you're not going to round your back, and then find your balance on your tailbone. Once you feel balanced, see if you can start to straighten your legs a bit more. And go where your body allows you to go without rounding your back. And once you found that spot for you, let's see if you can maintain it without using your hands. And then let's slowly lower the legs. Reach high, touch the sky. Bring the arms forward to shoulder level. And then start to pull that belly button towards your thighs. And then finally let your arms drop and your head drop. And then we'll come back up. And then once we've made it all the way up, let's rebound the knees and put your hands behind your thighs. So again, we're going to sit nice and tall, head held high, belly button tight. But now I want you to scoop the belly button in and round your spine. So you're just going to kind of hang back into your arms. And then let's pull ourselves back up, sit nice and tall. And then go ahead and let your hands release and just place your hands so your fingertips point right at your butt. Now I want you to bend your elbows. So we're going to come back onto our forearms without sinking down into our shoulders. And let's just take our left ankle and place it on our right thigh. And lift the right foot. Now ease yourself all the way down. And once there, I want you to thread your hands behind that right thigh and pull both legs as is closer to your body. So focusing again on that left outer hip. Now see if you can stretch your right leg straighter to the sky. And then see if you can walk your hands closer to your right ankle. All the while keeping that left knee opening wider and wider as you're pulling that right leg closer to your body, deepening that outer hip stretch. And then let's rebound the knee. Go ahead and place that foot on the floor. Cross your left leg farther over the right. Let's open the arms wide. And now drop both of your knees to the right and look left. Let's come back up and uncross. And now take the right ankle and place it on your left thigh. And then once that's done, let's lift the left foot, thread your hands underneath your left thigh, pull both legs closer to your body, just like that. And we should feel a significant stretch in that right hip when we do that. So you want to keep opening that right knee wider and wider. And then see if you can stretch your left leg towards the sky. Walk your hands up closer to your left ankle, pulling that leg closer to your body. And then let's rebend and place the foot down. Once there, cross your right leg farther over your left, open the arms wide, and we'll drop both of our knees to the right or to the left and look right. Bring the knees back to neutral. Let's uncross. And then from there, pull both knees in for a nice tight hug. Couple little side-to-side rocks. And those nice knee circles round and round. And reverse. And then just hug the knees in closer and closer. On the exhale, we're going to roll up. And then just find your way into our easy cross-legged position. If you find it tough to sit like this, feel free to sit on a yoga block or another mat that you've got rolled up so that you can lift your hips a little bit. So we want to find those sit bones, nestle them in. Let your palms open, face to the sky. Backs of the hands rest softly on the knees. Feel like the top of your head is being drawn to the sky. And we've got our seated mountain pose. And then allow your chin to fall to your chest, breathing into the back of your neck. Tip your left ear to your left shoulder. Drop your chin, we tip right. Drop the chin, tip left. Drop the chin, tip right. Drop the chin. And the head's back to neutral. Good, and then just gently turn your head to the left. Back to center, gently turn to the right. And back to center. Again, chin to chest. And then inhale, lift the head to back, opening our throat. Exhale again, chin to chest. Inhale, lift head to back, open our throat. And then just find that neutral place. A couple shrugs of our shoulders. And release. Let's send away all of our anxious thoughts and spread kindness and compassion to all sentient beings. Namaste. So I thank you for joining me this morning. I hope that you feel ready to face the day a little bit differently, a little bit more calmly, a little bit more aware of how your body feels when you can get rid of that stress that we carry around. Don't forget to hydrate. You want lots of sips of water throughout the day to keep those muscles juicy, functioning, and flexible. Same goes with keeping our brains functioning and flexible, keeping them well hydrated. And please be healthy, safe, and kind. And don't forget, continue to rise, resist, persist, and repeat. Hope to see you soon.